Hey everybody, wanted to talk about the flow state. So I think you hear a lot of people in the sports realm talk about the flow state, when they're just in that mode where they can almost do no wrong. They're just making all the perfect moves, doing everything exactly how they need to in order to, score that point or whatever it is, and trying to achieve that flow state and stay in that flow state. The flow state goes far beyond, sports. It can be in anything that you're doing, work-wise, art-wise, things of that nature. I know sometimes when I get to writing, I get to where I just kind of start writing whatever's coming through my brain at that point and just writing it down. And at the end of it, sometimes can have something pretty profound written down. And so for me, getting into the flow state is a matter of getting out of my own way. And what I mean by that is we have our initial thoughts about things where we see something and we react to it. Now we start our reaction, but then our brain kicks in with our analytics of the situation. Do I really want to do that? Should I do this instead? What if I did this and then this happened? Like, these are all the different mini super fast conversations we're having in our head about whatever that particular moment or thing is that we're trying to work on. So like when I'm writing, for example, I try to not think too much about what it is that I'm writing at the time, but just let whatever I feel like expressing at that moment just come out, and just whether I'm typing or writing, just let it come out. And then later on, if I need to go back and clean it up and make more sense of it, that's fine. But at least I can get the natural information out that I wanted to get out. Because as soon as I start trying to analyze it, I start wanting to go on a whole bunch of different tangents in a whole bunch of different directions, which basically negates what I was trying to do from the beginning. So even doing these videos here, I don't necessarily have a script, but just have a specific topic that I want to talk about. Try to keep my mind on that topic and try to cover as many pieces of that topic as I can without getting too far out in the weeds, because all of this stuff we could talk about for hours and days and still not really get to the root cause of things. But that's why I want to make these short clips, because A, they're not that long, B, most people's attention span can hang on that long, but also I'm not allowing myself to get that far out into the weeds. So I'm trying to stay in the flow of expressing what is the flow, if that makes sense. So that's just a little tidbit of that subject. And I'm sure I'll be getting into way more tangents on that as time goes on. But if you guys got any questions about flow and things you want to talk about, let me know, because I think it's a very interesting subject, and I think that a lot of great things from life have come from the flow state. A lot of the great music that is out there was from people just letting it out without letting themselves getting in the way. And a lot of the great speeches, a lot of the great books, a lot of the great things that have come from humanity have just come from the flow state. So try not to let yourself get too much in the way. It's easier said than done, but I think that's really what it boils down to. Thanks. Have a good day, everybody.